All right, good evening, everybody. Welcome to the Dirt Racing Network's live coverage of the Sim500 Dirt Division. 360 wing sprint cars tonight from Kokomo. Tiny little bull ring here. Gonna make it definitely an interesting night. 3/10 of a mile. These guys out here. This is round number 11 for these guys. They have 15 total weeks in the sprint cars, 15 total weeks in the late models. Right now, Orion Bueller atop of the points. Billy Rowley in second. Nick Cohan, Mike Kelly, and Josh Gerlach here top five. 2 or 3 minutes before these guys wrap up practice, get ready for qualifying. We will put 24 cars onto the track for 30 laps tonight. And you can see cars out on the track making a few laps here and there. Track very worn in. They will do a little bit of surface work to it before we put the qualifying session out there. Right now, 24 cars checked in, so everyone checked into the pits will make the feature. I know we will be back here with the late models next Tuesday night for these guys. Programming for the rest of the week. Don't forget tomorrow night, 8 p.m. Eastern, the Dirt Slingers Wednesday Warrior Series. That is their modified series. They will be at Volusia for round number 6 in that series. The Wednesday night guys put on a heck of a show just about every week. I think they've had 5 features so far this season. They've had a total of 8 yellow flag periods. It's been very entertaining. Last week at Lima Land was a very good race, very close racing. Expect to see some of the same this week at Volusia. And then Thursday night, 8 o'clock Eastern, right back here. Once again, Dirt Slingers, their Wicked Energy Gum 410 Outlaw Series. Drivers in that series racing for over $3,000 in prize money. Then we will take most of the weekend off. I think we have a full week next week, and the following week we're going to add a Sunday show in. Going to do a test run with some new guys. Going to be a lot of fun there. They're going to do a little bit of a mixed series as well. Some of the details are still not 100% worked out, but we're looking for good things on the Sunday night series. We'll be going to 5 nights a week. About a minute and a half. They're in their driver's meeting right now. They will advance the session as soon as the driver's meeting comes to a close. Tomorrow night I will be back with you, and then Thursday night you'll have good old KR Stolfus in the booth. Appreciate everybody taking their time out of their Tuesday. Don't forget, likes, shares, and follows over on the Facebook pages. Come to the Dirt Racing Network. Give us that like, that share, and that follow. If you're over on YouTube or Twitch, make sure that you say hi in the chat. And subscribe over there. You'll know every time we go live. Getting it down to the end of it. About 40 seconds to go here. We'll get ready to start our pre-race ceremonies. We'll have the Foley boys in for our invocation and our national anthem as usual. The driver's getting ready to wrap up the driver's meeting. So we will go ahead and get our pre-race ceremonies started here.
We take you down onto the track for our opening ceremonies.
Ladies and gentlemen, please rise. Please remove your hats.
And now, please welcome Pastor Sam Foley from Port Orange, Florida, to deliver tonight's invocation.
Father, we ask today that you protect and bless those who participate in this race. May they use good sportsmanship and respect for each other. And we'll thank you and praise you in Jesus' name. Amen.
Oh, say, can you see by the dawn's early light what so proudly we hailed at the twilight's last gleaming, whose broad stripes and bright stars through the perilous perilous flight. O'er the ramparts we watched were so gallantly streaming, and the rockets' red glare, the bombs bursting in air, gave proof through the night that our flag was still there. Oh, say does that star-spangled banner yet wave o'er the land of the free and the home of the brave.
All right, a big thank you to Johnny Foley and his dad for our invocation and our national anthem. Guys getting qualifying out of the way now. Shea Apollo, top of the speed chart, 11.269 seconds. Ryan Bueller in second. Josh Gerlach third. Billy Rowley and Nick Shamborn rounding out the top of five. So, in the top five, three of your top five in points. These guys will start on the pole in their respective heat races. We'll see 4 heats. 3 drivers will transfer from each heat race directly to the feature. And then we will split the remaining cars into 2 B mains and take 6 from each one of those. I'm not sure that format's going to work out for us tonight with only 24 cars. Should have 3 heat races. Everybody will transfer. We'll skip our B mains tonight and go straight, unless they decide to run them for starting position, which could happen. I have not gotten word yet from race control on that, but that could definitely happen. Waning seconds of the qualifying session. All but 1 car took time in this qualifying session. Mike Kelly, the 2 machine, the only car not to post a lap. We will get down here, get ready for heat race number 1. 1 of 3. 8 cars scheduled to be in this one. On the pole, the over-to-the-wall photography, elbows up Sim Sport number 21 from Hanford, California, Shea Apollo. And on the outside of him, his teammate, the Wicked Energy Gum, elbows up Sim Sports number 79 from New Paris, Ohio, the Rowdy One, Billy Rowdy. A row 2 on the inside, the 30 car. It's a Arch Customs. That is Tom Leake behind the wheel. And on the outside of him, in the CG Automotive Dizzy Motorsports number 21 from Nazareth, Pennsylvania, Nick Cohan. Row 2 on the inside, the Bang Energy Drink number 35, also a Dizzy Motorsports driver, Damian Leininger. And to the outside of him, in the STP number 15, going to be Scott Simley. Row 4, back on the inside, the Full Moon Garage, number 97 from Hamburg, Pennsylvania, Robert Schaefer. And on the outside of him, in the number 4 machine, going to be Doug Sigeman. Your 8-car field. So, teammates, round 1 winner, Shea Apollo on the pole. Last week's winner, Billy Rowley, on the outside. Did a little calculating and found out some interesting stuff once the drop weeks take effect here. Right now, Billy Rowley would have a 2-point lead over Ryan Bueller. But the green flag in the air, heat race number 1 underway. Shea Apollo quickly to the front. His teammate tucked in right behind him. Tom Leake going to set him the 3rd spot currently, but here comes the 21 of Cohan, his teammate, and the 35 Leininger right behind him. Now Cohan made a bid on the inside. Couldn't do anything there. Slide job out of 4, right front across. He made Leininger have to check up, and he took it right up to the fence. Moved Cohan to 3rd, Light to 4th. Now Schaefer and Leininger side by side. Oh, Like finds an implement tire down in turn 4. 360's the car. He's going to be able to keep going, but he lets Leininger and Schaefer both find their way around. Now Schaefer having trouble in 1 and 2. The one machine not going to take the spot away. We'll go back to the front. Rowley and Paulo now trading spots. Rowley got a great run out of turn 2, and he took the lead. Put the Rowdy one out in front halfway through the heat race. Paulo in second. Cohan still third. Then Leininger. Leica settled back into the 5th spot. Schaefer behind that with Simley and Sigmund rounding us out. 79 cars showing the way, picking up right where he left off last week, out in front of the field. 3 laps to go this time. Go back and look back here. A little bit of a battle. Simley in the 15 car put his nose on the inside of Leininger out of 4, but Leininger went to the high side in 1 and 2, took the spot back. 2 to go. Oh, this time Simley puts it up on the fence. I think he's going to be able to continue. Not a lot of damage as the car come right down back on all 4s. But we'll go look. Shea Paulo having trouble. He has let Nick Cohan around on the white flag lap. It looks like Billy Rowley easily going to win heat race 1. Nick Cohan's going to come home in second. And Shea Paulo limping what looks to be a broken number 21 car into third. Then Leininger, Schaefer, Simley, Sigmund, and Like in that order. So 1 down, 2 to go in our heat races. On the pole for heat race number 2, the Lucas Oil Culvers GSR number 7, Manitowoc, Wisconsin, Ryan Bueller. And on the outside of him, the Yuckos, number 01, Nick Shamborn. Row 2 on the inside, the Hobbytown 0P of Hunter Parsons. And on the outside of him, the gray auto, number 06 of Rylan Gray. Row 3 on the inside, the 011 car of Jarrett Watkins. On the outside of him, Grand Slam Graphics number 89 from Shrewsbury, Pennsylvania, Mason Hine. And on the back row on the inside, the BAR Transport number 63 from Muskegon, Michigan, Bill Coy. And to his outside, the GRP Owegaman IRAPS number 617 from Fairview Heights, Illinois, Lance Keister. Hello, Mr. Hoskins. Good to see you back again, buddy. Yeah, you know, those tires, they jump out and get people, and you'd think we'd be able to figure out how to stop that, but race car on implement tire violence is a bad thing. All right, pace truck is in the infield. Heat race number 2 coming to the green. And Ryan Bueller with a huge jump right there. He caught everybody dead asleep. Bueller's going to have a big lead down that backstretch into 3 and 4 for the first time. Hunter Parsons came away with second. Now puts it into the fence, tumbles up and over. No cautions in our heat races. He's going to have a damaged car, but he's going to be able to limp it along a little bit. Shamborn slid past him into second. Jarrett Watkins to third. Rylan Gray now in fourth. And then Parsons settled the 0 car back into the 5th spot. Bill Coy sixth. Mason Hine and Lance Keister battling over 7th and 8th right now. But Bueller way out in front. Absolutely gone from these guys. You can see he has a full straightaway lead. He's turning into 1 as they're getting straight out of 4. Nick Shamborn with a lot of ground to make up. Halfway through the heat race, this time by Bueller, Shamborn, Watkins, your top 3. Watching Jarrett Watkins right here. Final direct transfer spot. Bueller now into a little traffic. He is going to go around at Keister right there. 3 to go this time. And now Nick Shamborn up to the top side. He's going to be working around that lap car as well. Rylan Gray and Mason Hines sliding back and forth. That is for 3rd and 4th. Keep Hunter Parsons right in there as Parsons comes up. Oh, a little contact. That's going to get Gray sideways backwards. Don't know how this is going to shake out right here. Watkins still 3rd. Now Parsons, Hine, Coy, Gray, and Keister. Ryan Bueller now out of turn 4. checkered flag in hand. He wins heat race number 2. Shamborn, Watkins, Parsons, Hind, Coy, Gray, and Keister. There may be a couple of drivers a little frustrated with each other at this point. Heat race winner taking it right to the podium. So 2 down and 1 to go in heat race action. On the pole, the Netcode Esports number 8. Out of Bondurant, Iowa, Josh Gerlach to his outside, the 26 machine of Trevor Hinker. Row 2 on the inside, familiar name of the Dirt Racing Network. He drives the Ultimate Dirt TV Black Diamond Motorsports number 54. He's from Ellington, Florida, J.B. Batista. To the outside of him, the 311 of Eric Mueller. Row 3 on the inside, 46 machine, or 46 machine, of Kyle Hanshaw. And on the outside of him, looks like the 76 car of Tony Wilson. Row 4 on the inside, the 43 of Reed Rundle. And on the outside of him in the 2 machine is going to be Mike Kelly. Only car that did not qualify for tonight's event on time. So 8 more cars, 10 more laps. We will see if they're going to run the B mains. It shows that they are, but they could skip that and we could go straight to our feature. We will see what happens right now. Out of turn 4, Josh Gerlach on the throttle, green flag in the air. Gerlach, Hinker, now Batista working the bottom side. Not necessarily his forte. We know JB likes to go to the high side, and there he goes. He had a big run through 1 and 2. Had to check the car very hard as the 8 and the 26 both blocking the entire pathway. So he checks it up, puts it back in the line. Now he's going to go after him again. This time, nothing he could do with that. Batista tried to get away. Mueller ended up sideways in that deal. Batista nowhere to go. He ended up putting him on his lid. So Hinker has the lead. Mike Kelly from the 8th starting spot now running in second. That number 2 machine, the Titleist sponsored machine. Trying to hold off the hard charger in the 54 car, John Batista. Able to do so to this point, halfway home. Still Hinker out in front. Kelly second, Batista, then Kyle Hanshaw. Reed Rundle, Josh Gerlach, Eric Mueller, and Tony Wilson. Go back, watch this battle for second right here. Car very sideways for Kelly getting into 1 and 2. Now Batista has the high side. He's got the spot he wants. Don't think he's got enough time to run down Hinker, but he got enough to get around Kelly, and he's going to run second right now. Kelly in third. Hanshaw back here has distanced himself a little bit, but here comes Gerlach. He's trying to get around Rundle. Gerlach, your early leader. A lot of problems for the 8 machine. He and Batista getting hooked up there out of 2 early. Best battle on the track right now. Let's go watch. Trevor Hinker on the white flag lap down into 3 and 4. Looks like he's easily going to pick up the heat race win. Batista second, Kelly in third. And we'll drop back Henshaw and Rundle, 4th and 5th. Gerlach 6th. Mueller and Wilson rounding it out. And we will see how these guys are going to go in this next one. Looks like we are going to run our B mains. And I do believe that everyone in the B main is going to transfer. They are racing for starting position. So it'll be Leininger and Hanshaw. Row 1, row 2, Parsons and Sigmund. Row 3, Gerlach and Gray. And on the back will be Tom Leake. Sam, you got to go find Dirt Division, or you can PM Nick Cohan and ask him. Good to see you over there in Twitch, Sammy. These guys run the fixed setup. They run the iRacing baseline setup. So everybody on equal footing. Run 1 week in the 360 sprint car, the next week in the Pro late model. Points count for individual series and an overall. All right, the first of 2 B mains. Pace truck into the infield, out of the way. Going to come out of turn 4. Leininger on the throttle. Down through turns 1 and 2 for the first time. Leininger had the lead when they started, but Parsons took it away. Now Leininger gets it back. Parsons putting a lot of pressure off the inside on Leininger, way out of shape. He's going to collect Hanshaw. That's going to get Gerlach in it. Gerlach going to lay over on his side, so that means that he will have to start at the tail of the A main today. That time Rylan Gray with the slide job and put it right in front of Leininger. Leininger drove right back by. Now Gray with the crossover out of 2. So move Rylan Gray to second behind Parsons. Leininger third, and Leak is right there trying to put some pressure off the inside. Just not able to get the 30 car to come out of the corner the way he needs it to. He can take that spot. Leininger able to use the high side to hang on to third. Hanshaw is in fifth back here, the 46 machine. He is trying to run down on the bottom too. Oh, got right into the back of the 30 car. Through the grass, going to put it back in the dirt. He's going to give up a spot to Sigmund. Or not. Sigmund not able to capitalize. Meanwhile, Parsons way out in front of these guys here. Gray trying to do his best to run him down about halfway through this one. And Rylan Gray working the very outside. He's got a lot of momentum. Starting to close the gap. And now Parsons trying to go to the high side. See if he can stave off the advances. Gray just too strong up there, carrying too much speed. Now Parsons back to the inside. Watch these two guys in their distinctively different lines. And Parsons is holding him off onto the bottom. Goes back to the top, and that allowed Gray to put right on the push bar. Now we'll see if Gray throws the slider coming out of 4. Not able to get it there. Now Parsons switches lines, goes down to the bottom in 1 and 2. Good battle at the front coming up on Doug Sigmund. Lap traffic here. 4 to go that time by. Lap car could become a factor here. That time Gray with the slider. Parsons with the early crossover. He's going to clear the lap car. Keep him out in the lead. Laps quickly winding down. Under 3. Oh, that time Parsons got a little out of shape. Gray was already on the line. Now Rylan Gray to the lead. Here comes Parsons back. Around the inside. Got a good bite out of 2. We're going to get to the white flag. I think Parsons is going to have the lead here. He does. When they see the white flag, can he hang on to it? One more circuit running that bottom. He's able to bring the 0P car out of 4. Parsons wins B main number 1. Gray second. Leininger third. Leak, Henshaw, Sigmund, and Gerlach into that order. So first the 2 B mains out of the way. B main number 2 will be Mason Hine and Robert Schaefer on the front row. Reed Runder, Bill Coy in row 2. Row 3, Scott Simley and Eric Mueller. The 4th row, Lance Keister and Tony Wilson. And we do only have 8. I thought we had a 9th car in this one, but we only have 8. There is our final entrant, a 15 car of Scott Simley. So 15 more laps racing for their starting position. Finish the B mains. The guys will probably get a couple of minutes of warm up, and then we will go straight to the 30 lap feature. All right, pace truck takes the hard left turn. We wait for Hine and Schaefer out of turn 4.
Green flag.
Green flag in the air. B-May number 2 underway. Watching Bill Coy, the 63 car. He's in 4th. Hine grabbed the lead from Schaefer. Schaefer's trying to work the top side to get it back. Good battle there, side by side. Robert Schaefer off the top side has the lead at the end of lap 2. Mason Hine right behind Reed Rundle. Tucked in behind them has 3rd all to himself. Simley in 4th. Mueller in 5th. Coy 6th. Tony Wilson in 7th. And Lance Keister back in 8th. Still a pretty tight battle at the front. Schaefer able to use the top side and hang on to the lead. Oh, that time Hine a little bit heavy on the throttle. Got the right rear around. He's going to lose 3 or 4 spots here. He is going to fall all the way to 5th behind Mueller, Simley, and Rundle now, who has 2nd. Rundle able to close the gap a little bit off the bottom of 3 and 4 on Schaefer. Coming up to complete lap number 6. Working lap 7, almost to the halfway point. Still Schaefer, Rundle, Simley, Mueller, Hine, Coy, Keister, and Wilson. Rundle able to get close, just not able to put the car in there and seal the deal, take the lead away. That time a good drive out of 4, and he does it. I think Schaefer got a little sideways. Coming down off the berm, had to breathe the throttle a little, and he gave up the lead. Now Rundle off the bottom, right through the middle on the exit. Extends it out to a couple of car lengths. So Rundle, Schaefer, then Simley. Mueller tried to close in, but lost momentum out of 2. I think Simley saw what Rundle was doing. He's going to go work the middle and the bottom and try to get the inside away from Schaefer. Got it there. Schaefer got sideways out of 2. 4 to go this time by. That time Simley got way sideways and gave everything he gained back. So now Schaefer comfortably into 2nd, Simley in 3rd, but he's got company on the inside. 311 car with 3 laps to go. Eric Mueller putting pressure on the 15 of Simley. Goes by him out of 2. We'll see if he can hang on to that down through 3 and 4. Can't get it off the bottom like that. You got to come out a little wider. Gives the spot back. Check on our leader through 3 and 4. White flag in the air this time. Reed Rundle. Looking like he is going to cruise to victory in B-May number 2. Robert Schaefer is still 2nd. Simley is still in 3rd. But the checkered flag goes to Reed Rundle. He wins B-May number 2. Schaefer, Simley, Hine, Mueller, Keister, Coy, and Wilson. In that order, we'll see all these guys in our feature race here in just a few minutes. All right, looks like the guys have just a couple of minutes for some warm-up. They're going to check the track out, and while they do that, you watch this.
The most realistic online racing sim ever made. This is iRacing. Detailed laser scan tracks, fully dynamic real world cars, and over 50 series to choose from. 6 online world championships offering over $100,000 in annual prizes. This is the original esport racing game. This is iRacing.
All right, drivers working the track in a little bit here. A little bit of warm-up. Looks like Ryland Gray quick right now in the warm-up session. All right, time winding down on our warm-up session. 24 racers for 30 laps. Round number 11 of 15 about to get underway. All right, cars starting to grid out. On the pole, the Rowdy one, Billy Rowdy, to his outside, the man that leads the points, Ryan Bueller. So our top two in points on our front row to start this feature tonight. Row 2, be Trevor Hinker on the inside, Nick Cohan on the outside. The third row, Nick Shamborn and John Batista. Row 4 going to be Shea Paulo inside, Jarrett Watkins outside. The fifth row on the inside, Mike Kelly. Hunter Parsons will be to his outside. Reed Rundle inside row 6 with Ryland Gray on the outside of that row. The seventh row will be Schaefer on the inside, Leininger to the outside. Row number 8, Scott Simley inside, Tom Leake on the outside. The ninth row, Mason Hine sits to the inside of Kyle Hanshaw. Eric Mueller inside of row 10 with Doug Sigmund to the outside. The inside of row 11, Lance Keister to the outside, Josh Gerlich. And the 12th and final row going to be Bill Coy. So 23 cars going to make it through. Fast and furious laps right around the 12-second mark. The Rowdy one, Billy Rowley. As I was saying during the first heat, after talking to the admins with the drop week, we looked quickly, and at the current standings, Billy Rowley would hold a 2-point lead, but currently he is 124 markers in arrears of the man that sits to his outside right here on the front row, Ryan Bueller. So it's going to come down to these last 4 or 5 races, and whoever can do the best. But the green flag is in the air. We are racing Sim 500 Dirt Division. Right here are Hoosier 30, presented by Will Webb.
All right, man. Caution is out.
And right out of the box, Rowley out in front and Caution in behind. I'm not even sure what that was for. Looks like everybody facing forward and rolling away. Probably had a couple of cars. They got a little sideways up here in front of everybody. Oh, there's one tumbling. That car, Jarrett Watkins' car, and he took that immediately on the hook and into the infield. I am really curious as to why it looks like those tires are spinning at 150 miles an hour and they were going nowhere. Waiting on the pace truck. We'll get them realigned here. Everybody's starting to single file out now. They will restart, I believe, 2 by 2. Maybe not. Maybe they will go to single file, try to get through the restart here. We know Rowley is out in front of Bueller. Henker, Cohan, and Shamborn. So we get ready to restart this thing. 1 lap in the books, 29 to go, and Rowley with another great start. He's going to go right to the penthouse, trying to run that top line. As we look at Nick Cohan down to the inside in 3 and 4, still hanging on to 5th. John Batista now right up against the outside wall, the right rear of that 54 car is dragging the paint. off that concrete barrier. And you will see JB run high, wide, and handsome all night long if he can, as long as someone doesn't get in front of him like that right there. He pulls down to the inside on Bueller, now going to take it through the middle of 3 and 4. Should see the slider right here in 1 and 2. Nope, he elects to stay on the bottom, now brings it out wide, and he got great bite out of 2. Should be able to hang on to the spot. Put Batista up to second. Meanwhile, Rowley about half a straightaway in front. He is already catching up to lap traffic. Bill Coy, Lance Keister right in front of him. Sigmund right in front of that. Bueller's falling back to third. Cohan up against the top side in fourth. Here comes Shea Powell, the 21 car. Trouble in his heat race. End up finishing third, and caution on the racetrack once again. Ryland Gray's car, it looked like, was into this, and we'll go back a little further than that right there. Take a look. This is the last time down the backstretch. Good exit between he and Hinkert. Gets down into 1 and 2. Oh, little contact. Shamborn and Apollo, and that collects Gray. So a lot of mayhem.
All right, man. Lights are back on the pace car.
Keeping lights on the pace car, waiting for cars to get lined up in their proper order. A quick look at the front. It is Rowley, Batista, Bueller, Cohan, Apollo, Hinkert, Kelly, Parsons, Schaefer, and Rundle, your top 10. 23 laps still remaining. Restart right here out of 4, green flag, back in the air. Rowley not able to catch Batista, sleeping nearly as much as some of the other guys. Batista going to keep him within about 5-6 car lengths here. See how much time it takes for him to get into lap traffic and how long it takes for Batista to figure out what line is going to be faster. See if he can get around Rowley. We'll see if Billy Rowley can hold off the hard charger around the top side. John Batista. Still Bueller in third, but Cohan running the top side, and he's going to put some pressure on the 7 machine. The green car right at the outside of the speedway now has third, away from Bueller. Nick Cohan, the Rolling Rock, number 21, up to third. Bill Coy, lap car right in front, no problem for Cohan. Paulo now works the inside. He's got Bueller. Move Bueller back to fifth. Shea Paulo making a charge through the field. Got a little bit of bad luck in his heat race. Was running second, nice and clean. Had a problem. Broke the car. Ended up finishing third. Had to start deep in the field. He was trying to reel in Nick Cohan, but it is still Rowley out in front. Batista now is starting to fall back. John Batista still second. Cohan still hanging on to third. Paulo about 7-8 car lengths behind him in fourth, and Bueller has settled into fifth, but Bueller's going to have company. Parsons now up the inside. That 0 car is making the bottom work, has been all night long. He takes the spot away. Move Parsons to fifth, Bueller to sixth. Then it's Kelly, Schaefer, Henker, and Damian Leininger, the 35 car, in your top 10. Not too far in front of your leader, Billy Rowley. Rowley already lapping up into the top 14 as he goes around Rundle. Right behind Ryland Gray. Ryland Gray is the 14th place car. He puts him a lap down. Here comes Batista now in the lap traffic. Batista finding open lines, and he's able to close the gap on Rowley. Goes to the bottom out of turn 2.
All right, man.
Caution, and that is going to shuffle things back up. Want to say Mason Hines' car. Oh, Hine off the exit. The 311 car kind of come down. Mueller. And that is going to put the 89 machine in the infield. The 06 of Ryland Gray coming in to have something checked out on that car. Rowley, Batista, Cohan, Paulo, Parsons, Bueller, Kelly, Schaefer, Hinker, and Leininger, your top 10. 10 to go. We have zipped through this thing. And we will be at 10 to go when we get the green flag back.
All right, man. Lights are back on the pace car. We're not going green this time. We are not going green.
So we will extend the caution one more lap to make sure cars are where they're supposed to be. $13 cars still on the lead lap. Scott Simley, the last of those. Clean track in front of your leaders. Batista was closing in lap traffic. Yeah, we'll see if the clean air does anything for the 54 car, or can Billy Rowley go back to back. Green flag back in the air. 10 laps to go. We'll watch Rowley try to hold off Batista. Batista almost up beside, had to check the car just a little. Rowley keeping the top line protected, not letting any kind of a gap form between himself and the outside wall. He knows Batista will just go right on up in there and take it away. So the 79 keeping the car right against the outside. You'll watch. Well, Batista moves it down. So you'll watch Batista close it right in the middle of 3 and 4. They're going to be back in lap traffic any time now. It's right in front of them. That time Batista got a good slide into 3 and 4. Wasn't able to get alongside. Rowley knows he's there. Coming to 5 to go this time by. Doug Sigmund on the inside. Bill Coy right in front. Now Batista has it in his sights. Can he get help from the lap car of Coy? Not that time. Another car on the inside. Keister's car. You see the 617 down to the inside. He's covering up the line. Keeping your leaders out of it. Now Batista with the slider low in 3 and 4. He's got him side by side. Can he do anything? In turns 1 and 2 this time. Too much momentum. Billy Rowley, 2.5 laps to go, has the lead well in hand. Watching your two leaders in lap traffic. Just under 2 laps to go. Rowley and Batista. One last effort from Batista. Turns the car down through 3 and 4. A little too far sideways. I don't think he was going to make that happen. White flag. 4 more corners. Make it 2 down the backstretch. Here comes Batista. Will he push the envelope? See if he can clear him on the slider. This time out of turn 4. Batista with a last lap. Last corner pass. Takes the win from Billy Rowley. Hunter Parsons, the 0 car right there with these guys. He comes home in 3rd. What a finish. Great race by the front 3 cars. As Rowley and Batista will give us 1 extra lap here. They will come around and put them up on the podium and right beside it. Batista decides to wreck his car on the way up on the podium, which I'll give him some grief about once we get him in here. Let's go get down here. Take a look at Hunter Parsons. All right, got to find these guys in this Just waiting on drivers to come in to Discord here so we can try to talk to them. I don't know. Here we go. John Batista is there. Yeah, I'm waiting. I do not know. I'm hoping that Mr. Rowley shows himself soon, and that Hunter Parsons is in here pretty quickly. Hopefully we'll get a chance to talk to them. I do know Parsons. I haven't seen that car here so far this season, but that doesn't mean a whole lot. Don't know any of these guys' names on Discord. I'm sure that they're not using their regular names, but okay, there's one. I don't know if he's supposed to be there or not. Okay, maybe he is. Let's see. Who do I got here?
You got Billy.
I don't want to talk to you yet. The rowdy one. Let's see if this is Hunter Parsons, maybe.
Yeah.
All right, Hunter. Let me get you turned up a little bit here. I don't think everybody's going to be able to hear you just yet. All right, man. New to the series because I have not seen the 0P car out here before. Is that correct?
Yep. I had a Midwest Racing League that ran on Tuesdays the last 10 weeks, so my buddies were running this one my buddy's actually leading the points, Ryan, so wanted to come and run with him for a little bit.
Well, debut at Kokomo, tough place to race as it is, and you come home third, man. Tell us about the feature race out there and how tough it was navigating that traffic.
Oh, yeah, Kokomo is just not one of my favorite places, but when it comes to the sprint cars, I'm not a fan of the sprint cars either, but when it comes to Kokomo, I'm just feel pretty comfortable just running the bottom, nothing too crazy, but feature was definitely wild, people running pretty much everywhere. Lap cars were all around, so it made it pretty hectic.
Yeah, it looked like the track went through a couple of changes, and kind of the bottom went a little bit away, and the middle might have come in some, but I saw the fast guys running the top. You were kind of taking that pink and white car just about anywhere you could.
Yeah, just not a fan of running the top. I'm just not decent in it with a sprint car to be able to stuff it right up alongside the wall and be quick and consistent. So I was fine with running the tires and running on the bottom and seemed to be able to just pedal along just enough just to be able to pick up some spots.
Well, a fantastic run. You come home third, man. Who do you got to give some shout-outs to, and we'll let you go celebrate?
Everyone at 101 Designs. We all run together, keeping each other sharp. Everyone at the GS Racing. So for kind of telling me about the league, Ryan Bueller, Eric Mueller, Tom Week, Trevor Hunker, Grink Equipment, and just everyone that helps support my real racing and my sim racing.
All right, man. Well, a great run. We appreciate you taking the time to talk to us, and we look forward to seeing you next week back in the mods.
Yeah, I'll be here.
All right. Your third place finisher, Hunter Parsons. Now we'll talk to the rowdy one. We'll get the troublemaker himself in here. Billy Rowley, you around, buddy?
Yes, sir. How are you?
I am good, man. You looked pretty good out there tonight. Did you let one slip away, or were you just trying to hang on at the end?
No, I let one slip away. I made a mistake going into one on the white flag lap, and then I didn't know it was the white flag lap, and I saw the thing pop up, and I went, uh-oh, and then I flopped it out the right side of the car and drove all over it going into three. So, no, I let one slip away, but John, I enjoy racing with John. We were talking about it in game chat that was one of the best races. That was one of the most fun races I've ever had on here. Would have liked to win, but good points night, so we'll take it.
Yeah, very good points tonight. We were discussing beforehand, I was talking to admins, and we were discussing beforehand that with the drop week, you actually had a 2-point lead coming into the night, although you were 124 markers behind. So it was going to come down to these last 5 races. If you could just cleanly outpoint the 7 car, and tonight you outpointed him by quite a bit. So a fantastic run for you, man. How much track change went on? Because I saw you trying to keep it up against the wall, not venturing off of it too much unless you had lap traffic in front of you. Just more comfortable there?
Yeah. I just felt like momentum, especially here, in order to run the bottom, you have to slow down so much, at least in 1 and 2. So, I mean, I was going to commit to the top in 1 and 2, no no ifs, ands, or buts about it. But I saw John go down there right before we got into traffic, about 10 laps in, and thought, man, if he's going to get me, I'm going to make him do it on the bottom. So I just stuck with my guns and stayed on the top, and then totally threw that out the window coming to the checkered. But yeah, the track actually, I mean, you've done enough of these on Dirt Racing Network that Kokomo normally is terrible. I thought it raced extremely well. With whatever they've done to the track, Fairbury was good last week. This place was good. Haven't really ran much else yet, but the track states seem to be really, really good now, as long as they start off at 0 or close to it. So I thought it was great. It moved around quite a bit. The bottom, I think, was still there. I think Hunter, that ran third, he was just slow rolling the bottom. So pretty promising.
Yeah, with them allowing more moisture, I think, to set at the bottom of the track to simulate water running downhill. I actually think the bottom at each racetrack has started to show more promise for drivers that are able to be patient and work with the throttle correctly. And tonight, I think here, of all places, it showed up the most, because this place is flat anyway, unless you're right against the fence, and some guys on the bottom were making some headway. A fantastic run for you, man. Second place, obviously a good points tonight. You're going to probably close in, and with the drop weeks have a few points to the cushion. About 4 or so weeks left in the sprint cars and 5 weeks left in the mods. Can you pull the whole thing off?
We're gonna try. We're having a really good couple of weeks with points, so we're gonna stick with that. We're running good with pro, and pretty much pro, and this is what I've been focusing on, just because I haven't won a series championship before. Threw one away with a couple other 410 series, but hopefully we can pull this one off.
All right, man. Well, thanks for chatting with us. Tell us who's on the car helping you get it done, and we'll let you go celebrate, bud.
Big thanks, Jessup Logistics, Anderson Speedway, everybody at Elbows Up SimSport, Hergot Real Estate, Roofco, Flow Racing now. So when you're done here, go watch the feature over on Flow. Just thanks to everybody that helps us out. Thank you for broadcasting. You always do a good job. And thanks to everybody at Sim500 for putting this on.
All right, man. Well, good luck the rest of the week. We look forward to talking to you again soon, bud.
Thanks, Roger.
Your second place finisher, Mr. Billy Rowley, and we will get to the guy, the thief of the night tonight. John Batista, you there, buddy?
Hey, what's up, Roger?
Man, I'll tell you what, you made it exciting. I was wondering if you were going to get there, and we focused on you guys the last 10 laps, and it looked like a couple of times you were you kind of made a commitment, and it didn't work out, and I was thinking maybe that last lap Billy might have sealed it by getting away from you there, but you made a great move. You pick it off, last corner, last lap pass. What were you thinking heading into turn 3 right there?
Well, I think Billy would have sealed it if he chopped me off going into 3, which I was fully expecting. So I actually entered my middle line in 3 a little bit too high, because I was going to go back to the top, because I thought he's going to chop me off until the bottom. But it actually, I think, ended up helping me, because I got a little bit better angle coming off of 4 down into the tacky section of the track. And it helped me just enough to get that last lap pass. But that middle was there pretty much the whole race, especially towards the end. And I was pretty good on the top of 1 and 2, and really 3 and 4. But, you can't pass the guy running right behind him. So I was just going to kind of stay behind Billy. And we were in lap traffic within 2 or 3 laps every time of every restart. So I figured once lap traffic came through, I'd start trying some other things, because I had already passed him, I think, 1 or 2 times in the runs prior, running the bottom, just navigating through cars. So I kind of had a feeling it would come down to something weird like that, and it kind of did. So I just kept it in my back pocket and hooked her up on that last corner.
Yeah, it looked like you guys all got into lap traffic very quickly, each restart there. And right before that last caution with 10 to go, you'd really reeled him in from about a half a straightaway back. Right when it looked like you were going to make your move, you catch a caution, a little bit, bum you out just a little bit there, or did it give you some great information to help you in those last couple of laps?
To be honest, I kind of like the yellows, because I don't really get into rhythm here that well. I tend to make a lot of mistakes, especially in the top of 1 and 2. So getting those quick restarts really, I was getting pretty good restarts the whole race. So restarting somewhat frequently was pretty good for me because it didn't give me that much time to make a mistake up top because we were getting into lap traffic really fast, like I said. So um, from there, it was just running a lot of different weird lines on the bottom and middle.
Well, still a fantastic run. You eke out the victory here at the end. Put this thing back on the podium. Then I noticed when you're heading for the podium, you knocked the front wing off of it. What's going on there? You giving a fan a souvenir?
Well, no, I was a little distracted. I'm actually eating some wings right now that have been sitting on my porch since right before the feature. So I was texting my delivery driver, and yeah.
All right, man. Well, we'll let you get to your wings. Who's on the car helping you out before we let you get out of here?
Just absolute automation security, as I have been for a few months now. Thanks to Jason Brody and Drew Neal for making that happen for me. Brett Wheeler, Ultimate Dirt TV, and a new sponsor from Zach Rounds, Rounds Wraps and Tint. Congrats to Mr. Rounds on his new business. I see it's flourishing according to his Facebook posts. So glad to have him on the car. Ever since I put him on there, I've been having really good races. So thank you, Zach. Thanks to Nick for putting this deal on. I haven't been able to run the schedule that I really wanted to in this series just because of other things. I haven't been able to make it. So I'm going to try to race more. I have a lot of fun here. Pretty much everybody in this league is A-plus driving, especially tonight. I mean, really any other league, if we get into lap traffic like that, it's just going to be chaos the whole time. Those guys did great. Congrats to Billy on a second place. He's one of the best people to race with on this. So congrats to him on taking that second place. And I will see you tomorrow for the DSRL Wednesday Night Warrior Series that goes to Volusia, round 6 at 8 p.m.
All right, man. Well, I look forward to seeing you. Thanks for chatting with us, and congratulations on another great victory, sir.
Thank you, Roger. See you tomorrow.
All right, your winner, John Batista. Let's run through our results here. Like we said, Batista picks up the win, rally second. Parsons, newcomer to the series, runs third. Nick Cohen, a great run for him, runs up to fourth. Said earlier this evening he's going to come back in the last 5 weeks and win the whole thing, and that's how you get started doing it, by having top 5 runs. Shea Paulo in fifth. Ryan Bueller, your points leader, in sixth tonight. Started on the front row. Mike Kelly, seventh. Nick Shamborn, eighth. Trevor Hinker in ninth. Damian Leininger, the 10th place finisher, 11th to Robert Schaefer. Kyle Henshaw in 12th. 13th to Tom Light. Reed Rundle in 14th. 15th to Josh Gerlach. Scott Simley in 16th. 17th, Eric Mueller. 18th, Doug Sigmund. 19th, Lance Kieser. Bill Coy in 20th. Rylan Gray, 21st. Mason Hine in 22nd. And rounding out the field, Jarrett Watkins in 23rd. Another great race from the Sim500 guys. And next week they'll be back here in the late models as we will keep the season going. Don't forget tomorrow night, Modified Series, Dirt Slingers, Wednesday Warriors. Coverage will start about 5 or so after 8 Eastern. These guys have been putting on great shows. Be sure that you like, share, follow, or subscribe so you know when they go live. Check them out tomorrow night, and then Thursday night, the Wicked Energy Gun 410 Outlaw Series with the Dirt Slingers. For myself, K.R. Stolfus, Dominic Santina here at the Dirt Racing Network. Appreciate you spending your time with us every evening. Till we see you the next time, guys. Keep it dirty